You probably think your cat's just being, well, a cat. Quiet, mysterious, doing their own thing. But what if I told you that your cat has been trying to tell you something over and over again, and you've been missing it every single time? From pacing near closed doors to watching you like a tiny house detective. Today we're revealing 6 powerful things your cat is trying to tell you. And the science, instincts, and emotional depth behind them will surprise you. 1. Something's not right around here. Have you ever seen your cat act jumpy, sniff obsessively at a certain spot, or suddenly bolt from the room like something invisible just whispered in their ear? They're not being dramatic. They're sensing a disturbance. Cats have an incredibly fine-tuned sensory system. They pick up on changes in temperature, barometric pressure, and even electrical currents in the air. Their noses are up to 14 times more sensitive than ours, and their hearing? Sharp enough to catch sounds we don't even know exist. This means they may detect mold before it becomes visible, electrical malfunctions before you smell burning, or even gas leaks before a detector goes off. Some cats can even sense earthquakes seconds before they hit. If your cat suddenly becomes obsessed with one corner of the house, avoids an area they used to love, or stares at a wall for no clear reason, don't shrug it off. Instead, investigate. Because while they can't talk, their behavior is a full-on alert system. Your cat isn't being weird, they're trying to warn you. 2. You're not okay, and I know it. You come home after a stressful day, and suddenly, your cat, who usually keeps to themselves, curls up in your lap. Or maybe they press their head against yours, quietly, as if they just... No, that's not a coincidence. It's emotional intuition. Cats may not understand your words, but they're excellent readers of your emotional state. Studies have shown cats can detect changes in human facial expressions, voice tone, heart rate, and even hormone levels. They can smell cortisol, the stress hormone, on your skin. They can hear when your voice has a different rhythm. And they notice when your breathing is off, or your footsteps drag a little more than usual. And when they sense something's off, they offer what comfort they can by simply being close. For many cats, this is their highest form of affection. They're not just your companion. They're your emotional shadow. 3. Please, pay attention to me. This one seems obvious, but it's often misunderstood. Your cat jumps on your keyboard. They knock your pen to the floor. They meow from the other side of the house until you get up and follow them. You might think they're being annoying, but in reality, they're reaching out. Not for food or toys, but for connection. Cats form bonds through shared experience. Unlike dogs who openly seek attention, cats tend to communicate their need for social interaction in subtle ways. A flicked tail, a slow blink, a single meow that doesn't sound like the others. They're saying, be with me, notice me, sit with me for a minute. And when we ignore these signals, especially day after day, it wears on their emotional health. Behavioral changes like sudden aloofness or even aggression can stem from emotional neglect. So when your cat interrupts you, it's not to ruin your productivity. It's their version of a love letter. 4. Something's wrong with someone you love. There are stories, hundreds of them, about cats detecting illness before a diagnosis. One cat named Oscar in a Rhode Island nursing home became famous for curling up beside patients hours before they passed away. Another, named Tom, repeatedly sniffed at a child's neck until doctors discovered a tumor. These aren't one-off miracles. They're instinct. Cats use their supercharged sense of smell to detect changes in human biochemistry. Illness, infection, hormonal shifts, your cat can sense it. They may become clingy, protective, or strangely focused on a part of your body that seems totally fine to you. When your cat starts acting differently around someone else, maybe they follow them, hover near them, or sleep on them longer than usual, it could be worth paying attention. Sometimes, your cat sees what you can't. 5. I miss you when you're gone. Cats have a reputation for being independent, even cold. But any true cat lover knows the truth. They feel deeply. If your cat greets you at the door, follows you from room to room, or sits facing the door while you're gone, that's not a coincidence. That's longing. Cats form attachments similar to human toddlers. They may not panic like a dog when you leave, but they notice. Some wait by windows, others meow softly while you're away, or act distant when you come back. Their way of saying, "Where were you?" Separation anxiety in cats is real. It doesn't always look like destruction. It often shows up as over-grooming, loss of appetite, or excessive sleeping. When your cat curls up on your clothes or sleeps in your empty laundry basket, they're not just being cute. They're surrounding themselves with your scent because it makes them feel safe. They don't just love you when you're home. They miss you when you're not. 6. I trust you with my life. The biggest thing your cat might be telling you? That they trust you completely. When a cat shows you their belly, follows you into the bathroom, or sleeps on your chest, they're not being needy. They're surrendering their most vulnerable state to the one person they believe won't harm them. This is powerful because in the wild, cats are prey as much as they are predators. They don't expose their bellies to just anyone. They don't fall asleep deeply in unsafe environments. So when your cat stretches out across you, blinks slowly, or falls asleep with their paw touching you, that's not just comfort. That's trust. And trust from a cat is never given lightly. It's earned. Cats may not speak our language, but they've been speaking to us all along. So the next time your cat stares at you for a little too long, don't just brush it off. They might be saying something. Something important, actually. And if you've made it this far, I want to know, has your cat ever done something strange that made sense later? Tell us in the comments. We're reading every single one. And if you found yourself smiling, nodding, or even tearing up a little, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories and insights from the mysterious, magical minds of cats. This is Kitty Empire, where cat love speaks louder than words.